Well, today I'm up on my sawmill. I got some maintenance to do. You see, I got quite a pile of scrap here. It's over 3 feet high. I need to cut it up. But today, the first thing I'm going to do is do some maintenance on this. I haven't really changed the oil or anything yet. I haven't been up here for a while, so it's as good time as any to change it. I'll do some other things to it, so continue to watch so you can see the maintenance I do on my LX50 Super. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is change the oil. I really don't like where they put the oil plug here. I'll show you. Makes it hard to drain without making a mess. If you go in the engine, you see the oil plug back here. And as you see, there's no hole underneath it, no pipe that goes to it that allows it to drain. So you look on the other side. The other side gives you a little more room, but there's holes everywhere, which makes you wonder how it's going to drain and out of which hole. I am going to go with this one because I do think it will drain out of this hole here, and I might be able to gather it up a little bit easier. That's what we're going to start with. Okay, the oil is pretty much drained. I'm going to clean it up just a bit here before I put my arm in there. And I really don't like the way that drains out. I don't like the plate that the Woodmizer has made. This plate doesn't make it easy. So I guess now I'll put the plug back in. It's clean. And like I said, it's not even going to be that easy to thread. But I'm sure I'll get it. If I would have took the other side out, now that I know it leaks everywhere, it doesn't make much difference. Next time, I'll probably take the other side out because it'll be easier to get the plug in. So keep that in mind, people. Now there's only about a quart of oil on this, and they recommended 1030. So I do have some Kubota oil left over, 1030, and that's what I'm going to use. This is what I'm going to use to fill it up. Like I said, this isn't a Kubota, but it's still just 10W30 oil. It did take me a couple times of filling a little bit at a time, letting it settle, and then checking it before I got the level I wanted. But once I get the level I wanted, then I'm going to try to crank the engine over. Okay, oil change is completed. I'm just going to pull it through once or twice just to get the oil everywhere. I don't care if it starts. I'm going to go slowly for it. No, it won't. I hate it when it does that. Now, before we move to the front of the equipment, we're going to do a few more checks here in the back, and let me show you what they are. Also very important, you check the rollers for the height adjusting system, and they are here. There's one. Still feels good, and there's two more down here. Cable looks good so far, and to the wind-up thing. And same on the other side. There's one, and there's two more down here. Everything's spinning. I don't want it not to spin because then it may wear out the cable itself. And there is the adjustment screw. Make sure it's tight. And it is. And then I can crank it up a little bit. And it moves smooth and up. So I'm real happy. You have these back rollers too. That one seems to be spinning okay. And the other one also. The water line hose is fine. You'll notice that once you start working. I forgot to show you when I did change the oil, I checked the filter. The filter is on top of the engine right here. It just unclamps here and on the other side. And you can take this off. Whoops. Hard to do with one hand here. But there you go. You have a pre-filter and a regular filter. I always clean them off, and it was all good. So we're gonna put this back on. You can see where it hooks there. And also hooks over here. Get the hook out here. There we go. I didn't check the plug or anything. I don't have many hours yet on this machine. Now I'm also going to lower it back down. You're not supposed to ever leave this with tension on it. So when I leave it out, I'll put tension on it when I get down there on the other end to do some more work on it. Okay, now the rest of my PM is going to be nothing. It's going to be, well, first I gotta open this up. Now this blade was bad and cut crooked on my last cut, which was quite a while ago. I went on vacation and everything else. My PMs are going to start by checking the belts and looking at wear. This one's starting to show some signs of wear. This one's okay. The first thing I'm going to do is the belts looks like that one could need tighten a little bit. We'll check it. Blade is already loose. I'm going to take it off. And I'm going to put a new one on. And I'm going to check my rollers. Everything seems to be rolling good. I think it would probably be a good idea to buy some belts for this just to make sure that I have them when I need them. I guess I should check these rollers too. Make sure they're rolling, but I'll have to spin it and see that. By going just this little back, I can see that these ones are rolling good. It doesn't appear like there's any slop in it, so I got to say that's okay. The next thing is to make sure it's clean, which it doesn't look too bad, to be honest with you. I probably, looks like I cleaned this out quite a bit because I don't want it to interfere with the water. I had water coming down. I'm especially going to make sure that where the water comes out is clean. Put on new blade. Make sure above belt over here. Tighten belt pressure. Check tracking. I'm going to check the belt tension here when it's engaged too. See if I need to tighten it up. Could be tight a little bit more. The belt tension here is a little loose. I'm going to see if I can get it a little bit tighter. I guess by moving this in here, moving that, tighten up some. Better, could go a little bit more. Good. That's good. Don't see any slip in it. Much better. Tracking looks good. The blade stayed out so far there. I think it's ready to go. Okay, I have the machine back in position now. I'm getting ready to put the tarp back on it. One of these days I'm gonna have to build a building, but I'm not quite ready yet. I'm doing a lot of inside work yet, as you've seen by my video. I haven't done much sawmilling lately. I'm trying to use up the wood that I've already cut. Most of this has been drying for over a year out here, so it's good enough for a lot of purposes. I have some stuff over there I need to check. That stuff is going to be siding. I may have to figure out a way to kiln dry some of that stuff, whether it's a dehumidifier dryer or a heat dryer or something. I'm gonna have to figure something out. But in order to keep your machine running smoothly, make sure you do some maintenance on it once in a while to make sure you don't have any problems while you're milling. I mean, nobody wants that. So once again, I want to thank you for your time. I do appreciate your time. So please help this old man out and like and share and comment and subscribe. All those nice things that help my channel grow. So once again, this is the old man with the plan, and I'll see you later.